Good morning, campers. Happy Monday. And you know what it means? Masculine Monday. So let's do a reading for a beautiful collective of divine masculines. I'm excited because this week is bringing exciting energies. I've done a video about this earlier today, so if you're interested, you can check that out. It's going to invite us to go deeper, to really release things, wounds, behavioral patterns, responsive patterns that are still stopping us from our destiny, from our dharmic path. So let's see what we're gonna do. I was seeing this deck because in my morning meditation to bring the updates for the energies for you, I was seeing the vulture and I was seeing the whale, and I'm seeing the whale right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if it comes through. We have the horse at the bottom, which is the ultimate divine masculine energy. I want to see what energy you're sitting at, so you also can know that this is really your reading and this is your session. So we're going to do some tarot, we're going to do these, and then we're going to tap into what will this week bring. So what will resurface, what you will need to address, and to sort of prepare you for that. So let's go. How are you feeling? Where's the energy? Where is your energy, my beautiful masculine? We have the cobra. That's really nice. Cobra is nice. Let me do 5 and then we'll chat. We have the mouse. Okay, I'm seeing it. Okay, I'm feeling into it. 3 more. I couldn't see what's there. All right, that's the center. Okay, that's the center of your spread, the elephant. That's really beautiful. We have the gazelle as well, and we have the hummingbird. Okay, so overall, we have the rabbit at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you would be in the observation mode. Cobra is observing. Cobra is learning. Cobra is preparing to... Mouse is our little strategist. Mouse is preparation, is the plan, is the project plan. It's the... When it is out of balance, I'm not sensing, to be honest, that it's out of balance. So it can bring a little fearful energy, especially that we have the rabbit at the bottom of the deck. So maybe there are certain things that you want to do, that you want to move forth with in life, and there is a little bit of fear, anxiety, nervousness within you. But I feel like you already realize that this is just a limiting belief, that fear is a limiting belief, that this fear will not stop you, right? So it's like you feel that fear, but you will not cave to that fear, especially that we have the elephant in the center of your spread. The elephant is the one that moves through all obstacles, the one that is like eyes on the target. It's also my card of Master of Destiny. You know how we often talk about here on my channel about the misconception between Master of Destiny and Victim of Fate. For a very long time, my beautiful divine masculines on this journey, on divine love journey, you think and you believe that you are victims of fate, that there's certain things that you can never have in life, that certain things are fated, that destiny brought you this amazing woman, but you cannot be together, right? And it is your journey of healing, it is your journey of awakening that brings you to a point when you realize, no, I'm the master of my destiny. It's all my fear. It was all my limiting beliefs. It was all my shadows. I can do this. I can do this. What gives me, I don't want to say worry, we don't use this word around here, but what gives me a little bit of is this gazelle. We're going to see what clarifies this card, and we're going to go deeper into your energy. But gazelle is very vulnerable. Gazelle is very feminine. Gazelle is quite, fearful to approach, right? But I feel, and what I'm hearing is that it may be more the energies of this approaching week. Maybe you are still balancing your energies within. Maybe there's a little bit of that feminine side of yours, which is vulnerability, which is emotion, which is feeling, which is trust, that you are still getting yourself used to. I don't feel it's this imbalance, to be honest. I feel the energies are quite nice. But you know, when there's something within you that you are numbing for a very long time, for years, if not most of your life, it is challenging to awaken that, to get used to that, to embody that. This is why we always say, and I highlight to you guys, that it's one thing to realize that something exists, then it's another to bring it into life within yourself, and then it's the anchoring yourself in that energy, right? So when you tap into your own inner feminine, which is again the vulnerability, the emotion, the depths of your existence, in the beginning you just sort of unleash it because you didn't know it existed. You didn't know you could tap into that. And then you start to heal that, and then you start to balance, and you already have that healthy feminine within. She's working with your masculinity inside of you, but I feel like she still needs to be anchored a little bit more, right? And we have the hummingbird, which is a beautiful energy as well, very joyful, very blissful, very energetic. What I was hearing with this one, that you learned already to rest, not to quit. And it's such an important thing, especially for our masculines who are shackled by avoidance for so long. When something is triggering you, when something is appearing, and in the past you would feel overwhelmed, you would feel like you want to run away, like you want to avoid, like you want to disappear, right? Completely. Now you learned to just give it time, to just rest. Something triggered me. I feel like I cannot do it. I feel like the old me would run away and would go into avoidance. Breathe. Just rest. Re-nourish yourself. Hummingbird knows as well how to recharge, where to seek for that nourishing nectar, right? So it's exactly what I was hearing. You learned how to rest, not to quit. When you feel overwhelmed, rest. When you feel like you can't do it, rest. Don't immediately take decisions. Don't be reactive. Let's clarify. I'm curious what else comes forth. Vulture. This is what I was seeing. The vulture. Let's see if the what else was it? The whale comes forth. The vulture. The vulture is beautiful energy. So you're going to be feeling very intensely the energies of this week. You should totally watch that video that I posted in the morning. It will help you to navigate those energies. Vulture is about cleansing. It's about removing what is still unnecessary. And because you have that cobra as your opening card, which is beautiful energy. Cobra is the one that has learner's mindset. Cobra is humble. Cobra learns. Cobra observes. Cobra witnesses, right? So I feel like this would be your mode. It's like you are observing. You are observing yourself. You're observing your environment. Maybe this is also why you have that gazelle. Maybe you are sitting in your feminine energy right now, but not necessarily in the wrong way, right? So we want our masculines to raise in their masculine energy, but you have to be connected to your inner feminine as well in order to have the yin and yang, the balance of the two energies, the inner union. But I feel like you've activated a little bit that feminine now, not to act on everything immediately, but just observe what else needs to go, what else needs to be removed without reactiveness, without aggressiveness, which is really beautiful. It's that they're showing me actually that it's not really the feminine energy, it's the balance between the feminine and the masculine, because true masculine, he's not reckless, he's not reactive, right? He strategizes. He knows to wait when you need to wait before you take that decision. I'm feeling very starfish wanted to come through. Mouse. Oh, beautiful. We have the phoenix and we have the unicorn. Beautiful energies. Unicorn is your third eye, your intuition, your insight. You're seeing through the illusion. And your phoenix is your rebirth, is your raising from the ashes. It's your root as well. This is a very powerful energy to have that elephant paired with the phoenix, because elephant is force. Elephant is decisive. He knows, its eyes on a target. Nothing will stop me. And to have phoenix to that, which is not only, it's like the energies are new. Your energies are new. You're renewed. You have risen from the ashes. You no longer are, I feel like they are showing me this avoidance again. So it's like, you know, you have been avoidant. You know, it's been one of your darkest shadows, but you've conquered the shadows. Shadows, again, I highlight this to you guys always, we're not meant to carve them out and throw them to the bin. We're meant to give them love and tame them. It's like your avoidance is now retiring because you've learned how to rest. You've learned how to witness yourself, how to witness that avoidance, how to understand it, how to nourish yourself. So you can take decisions based on freedom, not on your limiting beliefs. And that phoenix, what I wanted to say, this is also your root chakra, which is beautiful. It's so important for our masculines to have a strong, balanced, attuned root, because it is our root that connects us in a healthy way to the physical world. And you are the rulers of the physical world. You are the architects of the physical world. So I feel like you have this newly gained, I feel it's new, I feel it's fresh, it wouldn't be with you for a very long time, but now you feel more secure. You have that strong foundation. It's like you understand that it doesn't matter where you are, what job you have, where you live. If you're true masculine, you'll find a way. You'll power through it. You'll be resourceful. I'm loving it. And with the unicorn, it's beautiful that it's paired with the mouse, because remember we mentioned that the mouse prepares, it plans, it strategizes. There's this scrutiny to the energy of the mouse, but it's also not deprived of the intuition. So it's like you're planning, you're observing, you're purging, but you're listening. I'm sensing a real yin and yang balance within you, of that your masculine and your feminine within, they working beautifully together. So you're preparing for action. There's nothing stopping you. There's no obstacle. You will power through it, but in the same time, you're honoring yourself, you're witnessing yourself, you're listening to your intuition, you're observing. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. I'm getting chills. I'm loving that energy. Dragonfly, dragonfly, dragonfly. A lot of air energy, a lot of fire energy here. So maybe it's a detail. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Sag. There are a few things. I want to do one more. We have the camel. Camel is beautiful as well, and it's sort of a confirmation. They carry a twinnies. They carry a little bit similar energy. The hummingbird and the camel, and I'll explain the why in a moment. But I want to address this. Two pairings that we have the mouse with the unicorn, right? So it's a beautiful balance of, yes, I plan, I prepare, I strategize, but I listen to my intuition. So plan, prepare, strategize, it's all masculine, but then listen to your intuition, that's feminine. They pair their balance. And similarly here, dragonfly is the master of the mind. It's masculine mind, right? It's the logic, but it's with that gazelle, which is feminine, which is observing, which is witnessing, which is surrendering, which is sort of a, right, very graceful, very, very beautiful energy. It's like I'm hearing the phrase that I share with you guys often. It's like you would already know that the mind is a tool. that the mind is supposed to be submissive to the heart and to the intuition, that the mind is a beautiful servant, not such a great master. Maybe for a very long time in your life, mind has been the master. You've been trying to find logic, you've been trying to find tangible proof, you've been trying to like overthink everything, and now when it happens, you balance it with the feminine side, with the trusting side, with the let's relax, let's just see and feel, into it. And the camel and the hummingbird, I really love that for you because they both have the same beautiful quality. Recharge from within, right? It's like the hummingbird knows what activities, thoughts, mindset will help him to recharge. What we mentioned, learn how to rest, not to quit. And camel also understands that the journey is long and I carry everything within. I just need to know how to use it, right? So it's like there's this deep understanding within you, I'm hearing, which is beautiful, that it's a journey. It's a journey. We have to have direction. We have to have strategy. We have to take action. But we also have to witness our emotions. There's nothing rushing us, right? It's a journey. When we get tired, we need to recharge. When we get depleted, we need to activate that inner alchemy, call in that chi energy, right? To return to balance. Be working bee, cheetah. Yeah. All right, that's really, really beautiful. I'm loving that for you. Let's clarify and confirm, maybe better said, with some tarot. Hold on. What is your energy? No, I want to do these. And then we're going to do something with the for your next week. What's your energy? Deep down, what's your energy? Show yourself to me. Woo! Six of Pentacles. Balance. This is balance. This is the ultimate balance. This is very beautiful. I hear it as, I feel it as a confirmation for the yin and yang, that we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, that I've mentioned to you guys. Gemini, I just heard. So you would be balancing. I'm feeling that it's a greater balance that is taking place within you. So obviously it's coming from the balancing and the masculine and the feminine, which is the inner union. But I'm hearing in more of a greater scale. So maybe in the past you would see life in a bit of a black and white. You would be very reactive. You would be, this is either bad or good. There's nothing in between, right? And now you're seeing and you're understanding that life is complex, that every concept has two sides of the coin, that we have to be open-minded, that we have to know how to balance. People have this tendency to go into extremes, right? And I highlight this to you guys often when we talk about, for example, healing, people pleasing and healing being doormat for others. When you start to heal that, you raise into the dark energy of being like, no, and creating what you feel that is boundaries, but it's actually a shield of protection, because you're realizing, you know, that you've been acting based on lack of self-love and lack of those boundaries, right? But what we need is really balance. We don't have to always be right. I'm hearing as well the softening of your stubbornness. The softening of your stubbornness. So maybe in the past you were very stubborn. It's a quality of a wounded masculine. And especially on this journey, our beautiful divine masculines are very stubborn when they're wounded. They're very not receptive. It's a thing that helps to stay in the illusion of control. When we fear that we're going to lose control over life, over things that are happening, we're stuck ourselves in that stubbornness. So maybe you have been very stubborn in the past. You would see things your way, or it's my way, or hit the highway. It's either good or it's bad. How are you not seeing it? And now you're understanding that, again, it's a complicated chessboard. People are complicated creatures. They are creations and then mixtures of their wounds, of their experiences, of the frequency of the soul. Things are not black and white. It's like you're really gaining this ultimate balance within. Giving back as well. Maybe it's a detail for some of you, but maybe recently you've given some money to charity or to someone in need. I'm seeing a couple of things. Money transfer, so maybe you found someone that was like a sort of a news or you know, that was in need of support, money, help, and you've transferred the money. Or they were showing me as well someone like on a street, maybe you started like paying attention to those people who live on the street and ask for money. Generically it can be just, you know, wanting to give back to this world, not necessarily money, but something that you can offer. We all have something. We all have something to offer. We have Queen of Wands, which is beautiful as well. Your inner fire. Let me do 3 more for your first row. Oh, there he is. There he is. The devil. Ah, but the sun. Okay. 3 of Wands, very beautiful. Very beautiful. There's a lot of fire energy here, so maybe you're ruled by fire. I highlight this to you guys always. The Emperor at the bottom of the deck. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a fire sign. You can be, but sometimes we're a different sign, but we're ruled by fire. I always encourage you to check your whole chart, to check your Chinese sign, to check the sign and the signs, not when you were born, but when you were actually conceived, which is where the body is, the first initiation of the body is being created, although it's not yet with the soul, with the spirit. And also sometimes, regardless of all of these things, we all have 4 elements, 5 actually with the spirit, just like we all have feminine and masculine, but we naturally gravitate to either feminine or masculine. It's also because of the body that we're embodying, because our bodies are designed to operate better in masculine or feminine, whether you're female or male. But also similarly with the elements, we all have all 5 elements, but we usually gravitate more towards one of them. So maybe you are very passionate, very fiery, very, you know, caliente. I was hearing, I don't know why I was hearing that. Maybe you speak Spanish, maybe you're Latino. But there is, so with this first 2 cards, you have 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. I feel like there is something within you that has been recently activated to remind you the true meaning of life. We are not here just to take, just to complain, just to whine, just to see things as black and white. We are here to reinvent ourselves. We are here to reinvent this world. We are here to help this world. We all have something that we can offer. We've mentioned this already. We all have that unique frequency of our soul that we can offer to others, and I think like you're discovering that and you are really tapping into that. 3 of Wands in the center of your spread, you would be wanting forward movement, whatever that is, whatever's on your mind, whether you're currently in a moment of life when you are focusing more on your career and self-development, or maybe on your healing, or maybe already on your feminine and returning to your feminine, whatever that is, you have the willingness and the fire to move forward. It's like it will be very strong within you. If you haven't initiated certain things already, I feel like it's sort of the ball is waiting to drop, right? Because you want that forward movement and you understand that this is where you create. It's like you're getting a bigger understanding of your feminine role within the divine, masculine role within the divine connection. Is the one that pursues, not chases. I've done a video about this recently. There's a big difference, but is the one that pursues, is the one that creates direction, is the one that is the provider, is the one that claims, right, certain things in life that are destined for you, including your feminine. We have the devil, we have the sun. Sun is very masculine energy. The devil is our shadows, right? The devil is our shadows. So maybe there are, still some shadows coming through. I feel like you are just learning balancing, yes, we've mentioned this, but also this duality, this complexity. Remember what I said? It's like before you thought that life was very black and white. So maybe for a long time you were thinking, if you were already in the mindset, it happens to many masculines, you're already in that mindset that you start to understand, okay, this is the woman, this is special, this is magical, she wasn't just any other woman, I can't stop thinking about her. You start to slowly awaken your mind, things are coming to your mind, oftentimes you're learning from your feminine, and the thought of returning to her one day starts to come to life, right? And you're thinking to yourself that you're not yet ready, right? Because you still have wounds to heal, because you still have career to develop, because you still have things to do. And there's a moment when you realize that these were just excuses, right? So you reprogrammed your mind with another program. You haven't fully liberated yourself from limiting beliefs, because in reality, and it's something that feminines think for a very long time as well. Feminines, when they're on this journey in the beginning, before they reach union, inner union, they think that union with the masculine confirmation is this end game. This is where you touch down. This is your highest, most abundant timeline. Now it's just they lived happy ever after. They don't understand that this is just a milestone, a very important milestone when your life really changes, because you start to walk this path together. You start to intertwine your entire lives, not just your energies that are joined from the day you meet in the physical. But it is just a milestone. Similarly to, it was a milestone when you meet, it was a milestone when you entered separation, and it's a milestone when we enter union, and we continue this path of growth, of expansions, of change, of transformation, but we do this together. So maybe for a very long time you were thinking in your mind that you have to be established, perfect job, perfect body, perfect, that's what I'm hearing, before you return to your feminine. And now, because you understand that life is complex, life is a journey, we're going to continue to grow, to expand, that there is no perfection, is an illusion, right? Yes, we have to be in inner union to be allowed to return to each other, but we're not perfect. And in reality, healers and twin flames are natural healers for this world. Healers are not perfect. Again, was there someone knocking on my door? I'm recently healers are not, well, if you want to knock with decisiveness, okay? I don't like, those people when they knock on your door, they're like, ta, 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 so you can hear, or when they shake your hand, they're just like, or when they hug you, they're like, oh my God, do things with passion. If you want to get through my door, sign, but it's a sign that I was hearing this. So maybe this is what you need to actually, understand, that, many masculines, when they, and if you watch me, you would know that I say this, when they are ready to close no contact and return to the feminine, they oftentimes, it's like they test the waters. It's like they knock on the door. Is she gonna be receptive? Is she gonna be willing, right? Maybe it's not what is needed for you. Maybe you need this boom, just oh my God, so she can wake up to this long message, or however many missed calls, and with thoughts, with feelings, with opportunities being thrown at her. Just a thought. Maybe this is who you are. Maybe this is more of your personality, which would make sense with that fire. Anywho, back to what I was saying. Perfection is just illusion. Healers, we're not meant to be perfect, because, this illusion of perfection, this BS nonsense, namaste, right? This is just numbing what's within. The darkness is always within. It's part of humanity. It's part of being human. And it's actually what allows us to be free, because we choose light every day. We face our darkness, we make friends with our darkness, and we make choices. If evil didn't exist, in this world, there would be no free will. It would just be like this paradise, no test, no challenge, right? So similarly, we're not perfect. We constantly learn our lessons, we constantly grow. And similarly, I feel like you would be learning that you were never meant to be perfect, to return to your feminine. And as well, I highlight always when we talk about this journey, and when we do divine masculines, I explained this to you guys many times, that